Hi, I'm Julian and I work for the LINC programme, which is the Laboratory Information Network Cymru programme. We are part of the NHS Wales Health Collaborative, hosted by Public Health Wales. We've produced this video for NHS and supplier staff involved with the design and build of the new Laboratory Information Management System for Wales. LINC awarded the contract for the new LIMS service to Citadel Health. LINC's Programme Management Office, the PMO, has set up a Microsoft Teams channel to support collaborative working. This video will show everyone how to use it. The channel is called the LINC Programme LIMS Service Development Programme. The channel is large and complex, and users will be involved in various aspects of the design and build. So to make it easier to find the information you need, different levels of access will be provided. If you are involved with this work and don't have access to the channel, or you don't have access to the information you need, please get in touch with LINC PMO. Contact details will be provided at the end of the video. We want to be transparent about the work being done and to boost engagement, so all staff with access will be able to see the higher level of the channel where most of the information is held under the general heading. The lower channels are set up privately, and the individual owners of these channels are responsible for ensuring the right people have access. We've created these areas to ensure that you see the parts of the programme that you need to see and make sure working documents are secure and can't be changed incorrectly. The design development has a number of design artifacts. These include a data collection worksheet, or DCW, that captures data to configure the new LIMS, such as locations of laboratories, authorised requesters, and the names and codes of all the tests that can be requested. Technical design documents cover a range of different technical areas, from the design of hosting environment and migration of legacy data, to interface specifications, to national and local systems, and business intelligence. I'm now going to walk you through the LINC LIMS Service Development MS Teams channel. The headings or tabs that you can see when you go into the channel will depend on what access you have been given. This demonstration shows all the possible tabs, including the general at the top, followed by each DCW and technical design documents. The General tab has several headings, and I will take you through each of them, but I want to point out the Wiki tab first, as this provides a list of owners for each channel. So, if you need access to a particular tab, then you can see who to ask to give you access. To start with, access has been granted to the list of design and build teams that has been agreed with the NHS and the supplier. If you wish to have access, the owner may need to first seek permission from the clinical or standardisation lead for the pathology discipline involved. Posts are messages posted by users and notifications of actions that have taken place within the Teams channel. All messages can be interacted with by all members of the Teams channel. Notifications can include meeting scheduled notifications, among others. Files are various and can include slide decks from the core build workshops, a glossary of terms and templates. The one group of files that will be very useful are the meeting recordings. Meeting Schedule provides a list of all the meetings and workshops that have been set up for the programme. It also shows when the LINC Programme Board and the LINC Design Authority are planned to meet. It's a really useful tool to see what's happening across the programme and is regularly updated by the LINC PMO. If you click on each meeting, you will find information how to access the meeting and necessary passwords, as well as any agenda and papers for the meeting or workshop. Afterwards, the recordings of the meetings or workshops are added. The schedule is regularly updated, but if you think anything is missing, then please contact the LINC PMO. If you think it would be good to add a meeting that isn't part of LINC but may affect the availability of those involved, for example, the Pathology IT Service Management Board, then please contact the LINC PMO. There are several other lists, including the action log, design issue log, decision log, queries log, and change control notices. The action log holds all of the actions that have come out of meetings and workshops held. It tells you which project stream it belongs to, where it was raised, the date and by whom. It also shows who is the owner of each action, who the action has been assigned to, what action has been taken, whether the action remains open or has been closed. If required, it shows the due date by when the action should have been completed, any comments, and the date closed. Any closed actions are automatically filtered out so that when you initially view the action log, it will only show the open actions. So when you're on the action log, you're able to filter on a number of columns. For example, the project stream, you could filter by data migration, and you'll get all of the actions that relate to data migration. Alternatively, you could filter by where raised and subject, or even by the owner. The decision log contains all fundamental design decisions that have been made to allow the programme to move forward with the design and build phase, allowing them to be taken to the LDA. This list can be filtered by the decisions that have been reviewed and approved and according to who performed the review, be that the core team or the LDA, among others. When using the decision log, it is much like the action log, and there are a number of columns you could filter on. For example, the owner, where you could filter by the supplier or the authority or an individual. The LSDP queries contains all questions raised by both the service and supplier and the corresponding responses. Questions are assigned a 2 to 3 word title, and the session and date where a query was raised is recorded in this list, which allows users to quickly filter the list in accordance with a given topic or meeting. All resolved queries where a response has been accepted as adequate in answering the proposed question will be filtered out automatically. So when you view the LSDP queries, it will only show the queries that require clarity, are new, or a response that has been received but has not yet been reviewed. You review any of your questions or answers, then what we would like you to do is either mark it as resolved if you're happy that you've understood the answer, or clarity required if the answer doesn't reflect what you wanted to understand. You can comment in the commentary field and the supplier or respondee can pick this up and elaborate further. If you would like to add a question, it can be done by clicking +new and filling out the fields, making sure you select new question. You may also wish to search a subject. This can be done by filtering on title. This is useful to make sure your question hasn't already been answered. The design issues log has all the material design issues to date, including the next steps. All issues are assigned a title and possess a description and follow-up action that is being taken either by the service or the supplier. Users can filter this list by owner to identify the risks assigned to an individual. When it comes to the design issue log, it functions in a very similar way, with multiple columns you can choose to filter on, such as the title, which will give you an indication of what type of issue this will be. The change control notices is a definitive list of all CCNs that have been formally logged by either the authority or the supplier. Each CCN will have a bespoke title, a full description of the CCN, the owner and any follow-up steps such as impact assessments. The meeting scheduled is created using Microsoft Lists, similar to Excel. If you want to know more about how lists work, there are many quick videos available on the internet. For example, you can search by your name or meeting type. If you would like to follow up on any of your own actions on the action log or find the answers to a question you had forgotten on the queries log. If you would like to ask about any of the other logs or would like to add or amend something, please speak to PMO before doing so to ensure the right people are notified. If you want to bring an action or decision to somebody's attention, you can do so by either copying the link to the log or individual item. Alternatively, open the comments field and you'll be able to tag an individual in this. If you have access to any of the DCW or technical design, you'll find a simple file structure in place for managing the documents, which ensure that older documents are archived accordingly. This means everybody works together in the same manner and minimises risk of error. You might also find documentation relating to that specific workstream, which will provide more detail, things like example documentation from the supplier or guides. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you have any questions or concerns, please do get in touch with the LINC PMO.